Attention, dad logic ahead may include questionable math, directions that involve about yay far, and proof that duct tape fixes anything.
My dad was diagnosed with prostate cancer when I was in college. It's why I'm moving for Movember. Movember was suggested by my dad's doctor. The research, the programs, the community, it made us feel like everything was going to be okay. Unite to take on prostate cancer. Sign up at Movember.com.
Hey, welcome to Dad Space. We're getting close to the end of November, which means, you ready? For those who celebrate, December's coming. Oh boy. Yeah. I want to talk about that today on Dad Space. I'm glad you're here. I don't know if you're like me, but this is a very interesting time of year. So we'll get into it. I promise not to be a Debbie Downer. My name is Dave, by the way. A Dave Downer? No, whatever. Talk about the holidays and kind of my approach. Just a conversation today. Not like a big script or big ta-da, around the episode. I just want to talk to you and share my thoughts, and maybe there's someone else like me, and if not, maybe you can help. So that's kind of the idea. We're talking about why am I feeling more like the Grinch and less like Jolly Santa? Where did my love for the holidays go? And if you're like, what are you talking about? This is the best time of the year. Well, for some, not so much. So let's get our jingle bells out and have a great conversation. Glad you're here. All right, here we go. So right off the bat, I just want to acknowledge again that we have amazing people from around the world listening in and participating in Dad Space. So I don't want to exclude anybody from the conversation. And I know that not every location for every listener of this show celebrates the holidays. But for those that are celebrating Christmas or in that part of the world, we're coming into December, the end of the year for us. And it's the time when things turn drastically towards the holidays. And I had a conversation with my wife, Jen, recently, and I'm like, why am I feeling like this? Like, why am I dreading the holidays? Like, I just don't care. And you're like, Dave, that doesn't sound like you. No, it doesn't. Because for the entirety of my time as a dad with my kids in the house, I was like the one who loved shopping. Like my wife would go shopping for the kids and then I would go shopping for the kids because I just loved shopping. I love giving gifts. I'm the type of guy at a holiday event, whatever, that would rather give a gift than get a gift. Like, sure, I love getting presents. I'm not that cold, but I'd much rather give a gift than receive one. So I would go all out. I would spend a ton of money, and I would try to buy the most thoughtful gifts I could think of in the moment, because I wanted people to not only be impressed by the fact that I thought of them, but I thought well of them. And that was my calling card for years. 20 plus years. That was Dave. I just love the holidays. I'm finding now that my kids are out of the house, we're empty nesters, that I've kind of just soured on the idea of Christmas. And I don't know why. I don't know why it's not such a big priority for me anymore. Where I work, 40 hours a week, they pipe in Christmas music. And I got to tell you, 40 hours a week of Christmas music is not my idea of a fun time, because they play the same song by different people and call it variety. It's the same song. And I just, after a while, you're like, I just want it to be shut off. So when I come home and Christmas music's playing, I'm like, oh gosh, right? Because I've already had 40 hours of it this week. I don't want any more Christmas music. Those channels on the radio in your car that flip to Christmas music, like middle of November, and you're like, are you serious? Really? 24 hours a day, Christmas music? Come on. I unprogram those stations from my car, and I'm pretty sure my wife programs them back. So my wife is kind of the opposite of Dave in this conversation. So it's not all bah humbug, but I'm trying to get to the root of why I'm feeling this way. And if you're like me, going, yeah, why am I like this? I just kind of want to talk through it today with you, give you a little bit of hope, and just talk through my feelings, I guess, in the moment, really. Just be transparent. This is what I'm feeling. And I've felt like this for a while. And, I'm just not a fan. And I want to be. That's the thing. Don't write me off. I want to be a fan. I want to be the guy who's all in on Christmas. I want to be the Clark Griswold of Christmas with all my lights and all that stuff. That's what I want to be, but I'm not by any measure. So I want to talk about to those of us like me who feel indifferent, kind of apathetic around the holiday season, especially if you once loved this season. It's actually more common than you think for people to be disengaged with the holidays. Many people lose their holiday joy over time due to challenges and life circumstances, stress, shifting priorities. And if you're wondering where your love of the holidays has gone and how to navigate this season when you feel kind of disconnected, then I have some helpful approaches that I'm working through that I'd like to share with you that might help you in your journey to reconnect with what the holidays mean. Not just for you, but for your family. Because you don't want to be that guy in your home that just steps all over Christmas when everyone else is in love with it and they're not seeing it the way you are. So let's fall in love with the holidays, or at least have a conversation about it. Here we go. First, start small and build your own spirit. So I am a grandfather. I have 2 grandchildren, Wesley and Delilah. Beautiful kids. Love them. And right now they're living with us, which is like another whole joyous experience because now we have toys everywhere. I'm stepping on toys in the middle of the night. We get 3 a.m. crying sessions as kids wake up for food. And it's fun. It's like I've gone back in time to when our kids were little. I love having them here. And for the sake of my grandchildren, right? When our kids left the house and we became empty nesters, it was just me and Jen. So Jen would decorate because she loves decorating. I'd be like, yeah, fine. For her, that's her thing. And I don't want to squash her spirit with my apathy, right? I love my wife. So now that the kids are here, my grandkids are here, I don't want to be that grandpa, grumpy old man in the corner. Oh, mug. I don't want to be that. But I don't feel it at the same time. So do I fake it? Well, what if I start small and build my own spirit first? Don't wait for the magical feeling to kind of tap you on the shoulder. Begin by playing nostalgic Christmas music, putting up a few meaningful decorations, watching your favorite holiday movie, creating new or revisiting old traditions can gradually rekindle your excitement. So for me, I was born in 1969 in November, so only a few weeks of 1960s, by the way. I'm not that old. But 70s and 80s, growing up with that generation of entertainment around Christmas. So I have all of these Christmas shows that I can then share with my grandchildren. Because for them, it's all Bluey and whatever's new. But for me, I can bring out the retro stuff and show them some great Christmas stories from when I was young. And in that moment, I'm reconnecting with my childhood. I'm reconnecting with things that I valued that were comforting for me, something I look forward to. So I can reintroduce things that I loved to my family in real time. And in that way, get back some of that love for the holidays. So start small. Just build on my own spirit first before anything else. So for you, what is it for you? How can you start small? I like the idea of a meaningful decoration, something that has story to it, something your kids made when they were little and you still have it and you still hang it on the tree. Great. Start there. Do something small. Next, Focus on what matters to you. So, what matters to you? Really? Be selfish. Let go of your perfectionism or feeling obligated to do everything that happens during the holidays, and find one or two things that bring you comfort and joy. Comfort and joy, right? Find a couple things that bring that for you. Whether that's just having like your favorite baked goods. My wife recreates my grandmother's Christmas cookies. They are in the shape of a candy cane, and they're 2-color cookies, red and white. She makes them into like a rope kind of thing where she braids them together and then makes a candy cane shape. And then we crush candy canes, the candy, and sprinkle it with icing over it. It's the best. The candy cane cookies, like, they are awesome. And they are just like going back in time, because those were the cookies my grandmother made when I was little, right? So there, boom. That I'm feeling connected just in food. So whatever you celebrate, Hanukkah, whatever you're celebrating, there's probably a food element that brings back memories for you. And that could be it. Just, that's what matters to you. Something that brings you comfort, something that connects you back to your roots and to this time of the year. So think about that and focus on that. That could be something simple that you can do that brings back your love and reduces some of the apathy that you're feeling in the moment. And focus on things that bring you comfort. Focus on things that matter to you. Be selfish. Do that. Also, create new connections and new traditions. Engage with others by volunteering, donating, or simply reaching out to friends and family who may also be struggling at this time of year. You might not be the only one. Being generous and connecting can really ignite a true spirit behind what the holidays mean or what they should mean. Maybe you're just so overwhelmed with the commercialization and spending money around this time of year. I talk to people at work and they're like, I hate this because it's become such a cash grab. And I feel so much pressure to produce and get all these great gifts. And I'm spending money I don't have to impress people that really, do I care if they're impressed? No. And it's just this overwhelming sense of debt and obligation, right? So maybe create new connections and new traditions. Why just recycle what's happened in the past? Maybe this is the year where you start something new. It starts with you. And give yourself some grace. Holiday apathy is okay. Be kind to yourself. Acknowledge that how you're feeling and don't feel guilty. Sometimes just accepting where you're at emotionally can really reduce stress. And for you listening, and your partner is apathetic at this time of year, they're not broken. Don't try to fix them, but recognize that this is not fun right now. And maybe your approach could be better, less judgmental, more encouraging. And maybe that's all it takes to break somebody out of this rut that they might be feeling like they're in right now. So be gentle and give yourself grace and give others grace at this time of year. And also, try this. Add some visual cues to help you get out of this feeling you're feeling right now, this apathy. Even if your heart isn't really fully into what's happening around you at this time of year, small seasonal changes like lights, candles, a wreath on the door, whatever, can create subtle reminders to help you shift your mindset. Here in Canada, where I live, snow helps to refocus you and go, oh yeah, wait a minute. We're almost in December right now. So yeah, it's a reality. It's the most wonderful time of the year, apparently. And snow helps where we live. But if you're living in Hawaii and there's no snow this week, then what is it for you? If you're in Germany, then what is it for you? What is it for you where you live that signals to you it's that time of year? And lean on that. Lean on those traditions and lean on those memories and use visual cues, things that put you into the right headspace for you to acknowledge and participate in what's happening around you with your family. Again, none of us want to be the grumpy guy in the corner. So add some visual cues to help you connect and reconnect with this time of year. Another one, just get outside. Like, wow, Dave, really big on the big ideas today. Yeah, that's it. Simply just get outside. Put your phone down. Go get some fresh air, some exercise. Go out in nature. Go put yourself into the world and allow that to fill your cup. Even if you live in a cold climate like we do at this time of year, that could simply be the one thing that changes your mood. Maybe you've been in the house too much. Maybe you need to get out. Maybe you need to go walk through your local community, downtown or at a mall or somewhere where they decorate for the holidays. And maybe that might help. Go grab a nice hot chocolate with your partner. Go just people watch. There might be something that gets you into the right frame of mind. Get outside. Put yourself in a new situation, a new environment. That's going to help a lot. And seek what sparks joy for you at this time of year. Whether it's singing Christmas carols, which I don't sing much. I like music, but I don't sing very much. Decorating a tiny tree or making thoughtful gifts, engaging your senses and doing activities you love can really help to jumpstart those feelings around the holidays that are kind of dormant right now. I just want you to remember that the holidays don't have to be one set definition or one way to be celebrated. Find your own version that feels authentic and manageable for you, and gradually you may find your appreciation and joy returning as you put yourself into places where you feel more nostalgic, more connected, more engaged, and put yourself into that kind of joyful experience. Now, if you're listening to this and you go, 2025 has been a tough year, and I don't know how much joy I have in my tank, then surround yourself with loving, caring people because they're out there. You might have to dig a little bit. Find some people who love you and care for you. And put yourself in a place that maybe service to others is the best way to connect at this time of year. If you're feeling alone, go to your local charity, homeless shelter, soup kitchen, anybody that cares for anybody this time of year, and do something meaningful for them. Go find your local first responders, fire, emergency services. Bring them a hot meal. Order pizzas for them. Have them delivered. I don't know. Do something that puts you out there. And I think as you'll go through any Christmas story, the villain in the story, their hearts get warm when they start doing, when they start giving back. That's when that cold heart melts and is replaced, like the Grinch. It's in giving. It's in being a part of it. So as I look over my last, 5 years or so since my kids have left home, I can see my love and joy for the holidays trailing off. I don't have my kids here with me. I don't have that connection anymore. I don't have them under the same roof. And I think that's kind of where I'm struggling, is there's no reason to be joyful. Yes, my wife loves Christmas and I love my wife. But me personally, I'm really having a hard time with this. So I'm hoping that out of these ideas that we're sharing today, that maybe some of these things could help you. Start small. Build your own spirit first. Be selfish. Focus on what matters to you. Create some new connections and traditions. Give yourself grace. Add some visual cues to help you. Get outside. And seek what sparks joy for you. All of these things combined together, or any one of these things, might be the one thing that you need, the one thing that I need to help me be more joyful at this time of year. Not just for me, but for my family. so that they can see that I'm not some grumpy guy in the corner. And if you're struggling this time of year, reach out, get help. This is the time of year where people need the most amount of help. And if you're lonely, reach out. There's people there that love you, care for you. And there's great services where you live. Do your investigations, talk to some people. And I found that the best way to get out of my funk is to put others first. And put myself in a situation where I can help people who need help. And in that, I find joy. Have a great December, everybody. No matter what you celebrate or where you are in this world, we can always put each other first. Thanks for listening, and happy holidays.
Male loneliness is one of the biggest epidemics in the world right now, and nobody's talking about it. So I want to talk to the men. You, the one holding it together when nobody asks how you're doing, the one who carries all the weight, stays silent, and still shows up every single day. You wake up tired, but you move anyway. You don't complain, you don't quit, you just keep stacking it brick by brick, hoping somebody notices the wall that you have built. But they don't, because the world raises the bar on men and lowers the gratitude. You get told to be strong, but never told it's okay to be human. You give everything and still feels like you're not enough. Listen to me. You are not weak for needing support. You are not broken for feeling empty. You're a man who's been carrying too much for too long. Simple. If you're watching this and you feel alone, please hear me. You matter. Your work matters. Your presence matters, and it's needed. Send the message, make the call, ask for help, do anything you can, because real strength isn't silence. It's just being honest with yourself. Real toughness isn't failing. It's standing back up. So to every man out there holding it down quietly, I see you, I respect you, and I'm proud of you. Now go and tell another man that he matters too. That's how we fix this. Male loneliness is one of the biggest epidemics